In SPFX, what we can do, like modern development has come into the SPFX, like the solution. Before that, before coming, like before SPFX was not come. So in order to design a single button, we have to write a lot of code. So it caused the ambiguity, and like the solution and the speed of compilation, that particular code was very tedious, and it was difficult to understand like what all code, like just take an example, like if a particular developer is working on some project and somehow he has left the organization, so it was difficult to understand, or it was difficult to continue the other another developer to understand and comprehend that what he has done. So in order to avoid that, like in 2019, like we got this SPFX. Before that, in 2016 we also used the SPFX, but it was in the no JavaScript. In 2019 we came to know the SPFX has started into the React, and React has like rich library. Okay, so you can use the npm command node package module as like if you're not aware about that, so it is a library. Like if you have to create like it is the package of node package module. If you have to like any controls of fluent UI, if you have to install that, if you wanted to use further in a code, so you can easily install that, just npm and give the library name. And there are PNP SPFX control. Like why do we require the PNP SPFX control is required? Like SPFX gives us very everything, I would say. Like if you have to visualize the data, you just need to install PNP SPFX control, and you can easily visualize the data. And if you have to create a live persona, just you can easily create the persona with the help of PNP SPFX control. You don't need to write any extra code. For that, you just need to install the node package module library. For that, you can use that. And fluent UI control is useful for to in order to curtail our code. So before like fluent UI, like I like as I said, like if you have to write something, if you're designing a table, so before fluent UI, people usually design the table into the jQuery, and up into apart from that, the Bootstrap came. So people started using the Bootstrap table. But there was one problem in the Bootstrap, like as you like if you are a SharePoint developer, that you must be aware about that there is threshold limit of like in a SharePoint list, and you can like pagination is available in the like Bootstrap, but it is not like that much beautiful, and you have to write a lot of code. So when the fluent UI comes, so we can use the ant design table in order to show all the items, and you can also apply the sorting into that particular column, particular row. You can apply the sorting with the help of like fluent UI controls has given this kind of liberty to use that. And the code was scalable, and the code is in SPFX solution, the code are very secure. So I would say if you're working on a code, you can directly like push your code into the into directly into Azure environment, into the GitHub, or like if like you can easily figure out like who the person had changed the code previously, what change on what date you have changed. So you can easily track your report, like what you are currently doing, like what is your like that. And you can also with the help of SPFX part, you can also give the permission, and like you can also design like custom form, custom solution. You can also connect the Power Automate flow with the help of SPFX. You can also perform the store procedure with the help of SPFX. And like everything you can do. And what we can do with the help of .NET, or like JavaScript, or you can say with the help of PowerFs, or it is a blend of everything. Whatever you can do into those technology, you can still do in the SPFX as well. So SPFX is like very demandable. Like if you know the SPFX, the company will run behind you. So they are looking for someone who is good, great experience with the SPFX, who knows the React, who knows like how we can use the state props and hooks. And apart from that, the person knows the every controls like fluent UI, PNP, SPFX, PNPJS, Chakra UI. There are a lot of libraries available into the SPFX, which can make your code more scalable, more understandable, and it is easy to like design everything. Like if you have to design a simple form, so you can easily install npm packages module, so you can design a simple like form in that. So you just need to use the controls of sp like fluent UI and PNPJS and everything. Like just like if you have to design something, just I would say like accordion, you have to design. So it is possible in into the jQuery, but you have to write a lot of code into design that. But PNP SPFX control, you just need to install one library for that accordion. You just need to, and you can use the accordion keyword, and that's it. You can use that. So that is the beauty of SPFX. That's why like companies are crazy about the person who knows the SPFX, who has a great experience into the SPFX. Now we will turn into the migration. Like why do we need a migration? Like we have the SailPoint side earlier that, but why we are looking for the migration? As I told you, like migration why required. So in the older version of SailPoint, like some version are not available. I would say like 2010, 2013, and even 2016 are going to be fade away sooner or later. And in 2010, people mostly use InfoPath. Like InfoPath is going to be support, I think 2023 in the month of April. It is about to be finished. So like that's why companies are migrating their site into the SailPoint Online. So it is going to be more secure for them. So like people like companies has no invested on the extra cost to like manage their documents. That's why they are required for migration. And then like in online site, I would say like there are some out of the box feature have like available, the calendar, I would say. Some like you can fetch the data of you can also out of the box of like Twitter, or you can also add the videos, you can also like image library, you can also people directory, that part is also out of the box. So, and performance and scalability, I would say the speed and the loading of online sites are more, in more faster than the previous one. So older version are not working. So the companies are looking for the migration, and we can directly migrating our data into the cloud. So our data would be more secure in that case. So that's why companies are looking, because like most of the companies are using SharePoint. And I would say like every 500 fortunes companies are using SharePoint in their document management. So the demand of the person, like who the person possess two skills like SPFX and SharePoint migration. And there are a lot of migration tools available into the market, but the more prominent feature like migration tool I would talk about, there is ShareGate. So ShareGate has one functionality. So like if you are migrating something, and you miss, like if you're migrating your data from on premise to online, and somehow you miss some files, and due to some permission issue the files would not migrate it. So in that case, you have to, the end user would say, hey, you just missed those file, and we need a migration again. So in that case, you cannot directly migrate your whole site, because it will be a time consuming for you, and it will be a headache for you. So we have a option in ShareGate tool that we can generate a report before migrating. So what we will do, like we first we will take our destination site and source site. From source site, we will give the URL of the source site and destination site. We will match, and we will generate a report into the Excel, and we will mark what document library items are missing. So we will only target that library, and we will run the incremental into that. So this is how we can save our time, and this is how we can improve our like performance into that. And so that's why like migration are required. And talking about the migration, like why the migration are required, like how many companies are looking for the migration, and how many people like wanted to do the migration. So just let me just give me a minute. I just need to admit some people are waiting. Okay. So in that case, we require a migration. And now we will come for what client we have worked so far. So how we will help you in that case, in order to like learn those skills. If you wanted to augment your skills, if you are SharePoint admin, or if you have a Power Platform developer, and if you have worked as a like .NET or in the SharePoint, usually in the on-premises, so you just wanted to come into the SharePoint Online, how we are going to help you, and why you people should trust us. So far we have worked with these organizations, and we have trained these people into those particular technology, like organization in SPFX, SailPoint migration, companies like Wipro, TCS, eBay, Capgemini, and many more would assist if you know like. So apart from that, these companies are just prominent for Indian people, and apart from that, there are many foreign companies for with we have dealt. Like we have a people from Dubai, and like Dubai companies, and like people are from UK, Australia. So we have already on a train those people. And like talking about like people those who have experience of 20 years, more than 20 years. Some people have experience of 15 plus years. Some people have already done say SPFX, but what they just wanted to brush up their skills, so they just wanted to join us. So like people like because every day SPFX is updating their libraries. Just before that, there was only one library, that was Fabric UI. Now the Fluent UI has come, and apart from the Fluent UI, Chakra UI has already come, and apart from the Chakra UI, and entity table has come, and there are PNP SPFS control has already come into the market. So libraries are increasing day by day. So people just wanted to make their life easy, so they just wanted a built-in code. We just need to understand where we should paste that particular thing and how we can use that. So now come to the last section, like how many people we have trained. So far, more than 50 people have already registered for a paid training program for the SPFS migration powers and power platform. And country like people apart from the India like join us for the program: USA, Canada, Italy, Palestine, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Australia, United Kingdom, and Ireland. So like all professional have possess the experience of more than 5 plus years. So they just wanted to, because the people those who have the experience of 5 plus year, they have already worked into the SPFX, like into the no JavaScript framework. The people have already worked into the Angular. The people have already worked into the .NET. And the people those who are admin, they just wanted to dive themselves into the development. So they just wanted to augment their skill, and they just wanted to become an important part of the organization. So they just wanted to join us. So how we deal with that? So these people we have already trained, and apart from that, we have also give the corporate training into the organization, like some small organization into the India, and some big organizations such as TCS, Wipro, Capgemini, and like people those who are team lead in Wipro, and TCS project lead, and some people like already like a technical architect into in those companies wanted to take the training. So recently we have like recently people from USA have joined us. So there are 5 people, those who were into the SailPoint on premises. They just wanted to augment their skills into the SailPoint SPFX. So they are just increasing their knowledge into that. So that's the end of this. So I just wanted to thank you from the behalf of Program Pundits. And if you guys have any question, you can raise up.